These are some of the things you should do before you even consider starting your literature review. Yes, but I feel like a lot of students miss out on this part and just jump onto the writing and then feel like you will figure things out when you start writing. Writing is the final part of a literature review. Most people would beg to differ, but I tell you, writing is the final part. Everything else should have been done. I mean, even the writing should have been structured and almost done before you start putting pen to paper. Well, literally, before you start typing. Now, let me break it down. These are some of the things I would do if I was starting a literature review. I will first look at my topic. Sounds basic. Sounds pretty easy. Sounds like, yeah, of course you would have a topic. But everything can go wrong with your topic. If you have the wrong topic, if your topic is too robust, if your topic is too streamlined, then you might not have enough resources or enough literatures to use within your literature review. Does that make sense? So, two things you want to be sure about when you are choosing your topic is your topic is not too broad, such that, take for example, you want to study obesity, and that's your topic. That's like, you're missing a lot. Obesity where? Among who? What part of obesity? Is it childhood obesity? Is it adult obesity? Is it the impact of obesity? Is it the perception of people regarding obesity? What exactly about obesity?
What exactly?
Now, you can even go as far and say obesity in the UK. I still feel like that's broad. It's not specific. It's not telling me anything. So your topic, I think we should have a whole video on how to choose a topic. I'll consider that. Thank you. That's a proper video idea. So it should have, if I pick your topic, I should have an idea of what I'm about to read, even from the topic. Now, take, for example, what a good topic should look like. The perception of parents regarding childhood obesity among the Black and minority ethnic community. I mean, I don't have to say much. You already have an idea of what this topic is going to be about. It's pretty explanatory. So that is what I mean by a very good topic. If you get a topic wrong, you might as well just close the literature review and go home. What are we doing here? I guess. So, it is important, I cannot stress it enough, it is important that you get the topic right. Now, the next thing on my list here will be area of interest. This is one mistake people make. So because you are interested in a particular topic, a particular social issue, a particular condition, it's not enough for you to carry out your literature review on it. I understand that there are several schools of thought regarding this. Fine. Take, for example, it's a project that a topic rather, that you've been working on for quite a while. So obviously, that's your specialty. You would always find something to research about, but that's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to when I ask students, why are you carrying out this research? And they tell you something like, oh, it's because one time I went to the hospital and then I saw that somebody had an issue with fibroid. So I thought that I should study the causes, my literature review should be around the causes of fibroid.
Seriously? Yeah.
No. Nah, just no. That's wrong. This is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm passionate about literature review, and that's why I'm going to pause and say, have you followed? Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Make sure you do that. So yes, I'm literally very passionate about this aspect of literature review, especially because if you get it wrong at this stage, there is not so much that can happen even when your work is read. So you need to truly understand that just having an interest in something or an issue piquing your interest is not enough for you to use that for your literature review. I know I'm poking some people right now, but it's important you understand this bit. Now, the next bit would be defining whether your work is qualitative or quantitative. I didn't say mixed methods. Defining whether your work is qualitative or quantitative. Now, this starts from the topic. Take, for example, the topic I said earlier. You can already tell that that's a qualitative study, as it is it is checking out or exploring the experiences of parents regarding childhood obesity among the BAME community. That's a qualitative study. That means that when I'm reading through the work, I want to be saying this study is going to be qualitative in approach. Not that you now go through the work now and get to the methodology aspect of things, and then you see something like, I'm going to use a cross-sectional study, or I'm going to carry out a randomized control trial. So what that tells your marker is just that this person does not understand research methods, period. And the moment you don't understand research methods, that only means that you don't understand the course. Because if you're writing a literature review, that means your course is on research methods. So if you don't understand the course, then there's no reason for you to pass it. Capish? Are we getting there? So it's important that you understand the approach you're taking. It's not enough to just, sometimes we'll just pull resources from different angles and just jump it all together and submit it. Not the best of ways, but if you understand your research method, even if you are pulling articles from different areas and just jumping it together, at least you pull the right things. So, get your research method sorted. Now, the next point I have is existing research. This part, I'm going to tell you a story. So, a friend of a friend was carrying out a literature review. Beautiful topic, amazing topic. She did all of the work. It was well structured, well presented. It was a very robust literature review, if I must say. Well written, everything on point. The search was extensive. Everything you would ask for in a literature review. She finished and, had little contact with the supervisor. And then by the time she was done, I was reading a paper. I was reviewing the work. And then I was reading a paper, just searching through literatures to see what's out there. And then I realized, your effort is wasted because someone had just done exactly this. Had conducted a literature review on the same exact topic.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my look too. So that meant that work, beautiful research, absolute waste. Absolute waste, because she didn't even find anything different from what the other person found. So it was like, what that's going to tell your supervisor, your lecturer, is that you haven't conducted a thorough search. So it is important that you check and double, triple, quadruple check that the literatures that are already existing have not addressed the research question that you're trying to address. Are you adding anything to the body of research? These are the main reasons why we carry out literature reviews. So if that's not the case, then you have no business carrying out that literature review. So it's important to truly sit down. Let's break this thing down. Sit down. Take your machine, check through your databases to see, this is my topic. Has someone else conducted this search? Now, it's as simple as even going on Google and just typing out that topic there. You'll be shocked if someone has carried out that topic. It would literally pop up most times. And sometimes you might need to now pick recent articles and go through their research questions just to see if they're answering the exact same question you're trying to answer. Because if your research question has been answered by someone else, there's no point. There's no point. Just move on to another topic, look for another gap in literature and address it. It will be an absolute waste. And there's nothing as painful as when your effort is wasted. So you truly want to avoid that. It's important because, I mean, I can't emphasize this enough. You will be pained like the friend of a friend. Now, supervisor involvement. See, I have so many gists regarding literature review that sometimes I just like, ha, what people thinking. So this part, you would think, I mean, I can just do my work and submit. I mean, your supervisor should just mark. But you couldn't be more wrong. You know, in universities, I might be wrong if that's not the case now, but your supervisor is almost always your first marker. So imagine if your first marker, the person who is going to mark your literature review, is the one who has put you through on, oh, don't do that, do this, change that, change this, and you've done all of that. And you've showed how diligent, how extensive you can work, how you can keep to time. All of these things matter. And how you've been showing up to say, oh, this is what I have done. Please check. This is what I have done. Please check. And, it just shows that, oh, a lot was put into this work, even if you're faking it. Check it. That gives you an advantage. It gives you an advantage. So it's important that you have a rapport with your supervisor before you even start writing. It's as simple as sending an email to say you're about to start. These are the things you've done. You will send in your first draft by this time and make sure you keep to it. Yes, your supervisor might not respond immediately. Yes, your supervisor might not read your work immediately. Yes, your supervisor might leave you and go on holiday. That has happened a lot. Yes, but they are not oblivious to every other thing that you've been doing, keeping them up to date, putting your work in time, putting in all the effort, doing all the extensive search, going into the library, letting them know that these are the things you're doing. It's not eye service. It's just making sure you put yourself out there, give yourself that advantage. All of these things are there so that you can pass. So why not explore it? All right. So the next bit will be the structure or the approach to which you want to present your work. There's going to be an entire video on how to structure your literature review, the parts it should contain, and all of that. But I will touch a bit on that today. The structure. Now, structure is not just listing out the sections of your literature review and then saying that within each section you're going to have introduction, body, conclusion. Of course, you're going to have introduction, body, conclusion, but come on, there has to be more. So, what your structure should do is give you that template that you simply follow. I feel like this is where a lot of the work is. The template that you will follow that makes your writing process seamless. Mm. So I'm going to brief that. Take for example, you're writing your introduction. We'll have a whole video on all of this, don't worry. So you are writing your introduction, right? And what's the approach? So you want to tell us you're going to have the introduction, you're going to have the body, and you're going to have the conclusion, obviously. Now, go a step further. Within the introduction, what's the word count? You already have that sorted. Now, what do I want to put? How many paragraphs? What arguments are these paragraphs making? Yeah, you go as deep as that. We'll go deeper into this in some other video. But that's what I mean by having a structure. So you do that for each of these sections, including your research methods. That way you would know what you're doing and how to explain it. So if you do all of these things, I've mentioned, I think about 6 or 7 things now, which is get your topic right, identify the area of interest that you're working on, and don't let it be based off of a fluke. Define your research methods. make sure that no one else has written your research before. So existing literatures need to be checked and double checked. Your supervisor's involvement, we cannot overemphasize that. And then have a structure, an approach to which you want to present your literature review to make your writing seamless. So if you have all of this sorted, there's nothing you're doing on this video then. If you've got all of that sorted, I'm kidding. So if you've got all of that sorted, you absolutely are ready to start one, conducting your research, like proper search, proper extensive database search, and you are ready to now start putting pen to paper. I know you don't put pen to paper, you type, yeah, I get that. But you are ready to start putting things down, to start making those points, to start making those arguments. So don't get me wrong, yeah. Some of the structure, some part of it will probably change. It most always would always change. Your arguments will change at some point. But you need to know what argument you are even making, even if you're going to change it at some point. So that's the whole essence of getting things sorted in the first place. So I hope that makes all of the sense, because I know it did. I mean, I'm talking about it and I feel like, you're doing a good job, okay? All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've liked, I hope you've subscribed, and there is so much more where that came from in this head. All right, so make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, be nice to your friends in school. We can all pass, so be nice. Share this video with them. All right, till I see you again, make sure you put a smile on somebody's face. Bye.